Welcome back across Nevada to Face to Face. It appeared for a moment yesterday, excuse me, that Senate Democrats may have had the Republican votes needed to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell, but hopes faded rapidly. Joining me to talk about all of this, activist Derek Washington. He says he got assurances from U.S. Senator John Ensign's office that the senator would vote for repeal, but was Ensign's representative he met with wrong? Welcome to the program, sir.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me.
So you guys went down to the federal building and you met with Harry Reid's office, and then you said, what the heck? You knew Reid's for it. What the heck? We'll go meet with John Ensign's office, right?
Actually, Senator David Parks went with us, and he said, let's go in there. And I looked at him like, are you crazy? And he said, no, let's go for it. We went. We asked to meet with someone. We thought we were just going to make an appointment, come back later. Margot Allen came out. She's a regional representative for Senator Ensign. Next thing we know, she's telling us that he supports repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell. We asked her several times because we were so gobsmacked. We couldn't believe that we were hearing this. We kept asking. Finally, she got annoyed and she's like, I don't know what to tell you. We said, well, we saw it in the newspaper that he's not for it. She says, don't believe everything you read.
So you left that meeting thinking that he was going to vote for the repeal, correct?
Yes.
There was all, as I mentioned earlier, there was all the speculation on Capitol Hill that there was going to be 60 votes, and that John Ensign actually seemed to be on board. There was a blogger, Greg Sargent, in the Washington Post, wrote a piece about it. He got a copy of the letter that I'm going to talk about that was written to Laura Martin, who's with you in the Stonewall Democrats.
I've seen that letter.
Yeah, and you've seen the letter. I'm going to read from it. But first, I want to read from a publication called Metro Weekly. A group including Equality Nevada and Stonewall Democrats in Nevada released information that they had been told by Senator John Ensign's regional representative Margot Allen, you mentioned her, that Senator John Ensign does not support the Don't Ask and Don't Tell policy and will vote to repeal it. But then later, as you probably know, Mr. Washington, Ensign's office followed up clarification similar to Lisa Murkowski, the senators, saying that only if certain conditions exist, and that Margot Allen was inaccurate if she told you that. What did you think when you heard about that?
I wasn't surprised. However, I know what I heard, and I know what 10 other people heard, and we specifically asked over and over again because we wanted to make sure we heard what we heard. So I'm not surprised, though, because he still has to sort of CYA for his own people and for his own future. So, you know, he doesn't want to put all his cards on the table right away. However, we've got him now out in the open, on record. It's going to be pretty hard to backpedal now.
Only thing he's on record, though, I mean, Margot Allen was on record with you. The only thing he's on record is this letter that he wrote to Laura Martin, who was at that meeting and met. And in that letter, Ensign says he's going to wait until the Department of Defense review of the policy is completed in December. Let me read from the letter, sir. I believe completing that review is necessary before further action is taken so that the concerns of our service members can be fully understood and addressed. All four of the military service chiefs have requested that the results of the review be in hand before legislative action is taken. That is a commitment to nothing.
That is a politician's commitment. Yes, you are right. But on the other hand, he did not say that he is opposed to the repeal. He did not say he will block the appeal. He didn't offer any evidence that he is going to be an obstructionist, and that is almost as good as we can hope for at this stage.
In fact, he had some very strong language about gays in the military in that letter, and this was a very telling sentence, I thought. I was wondering if you noticed this. It is my firm belief that Americans, regardless of their sexual orientation, should be able to fight and risk their lives in defense of this great nation. After that, doesn't it all just become politics? Because if you believe that, then you should not believe in the policy, correct?
And you know, also John Ensign is going to run for re-election. At the end of the day, he is going to have to appeal to more than the Sharon Angle nut jobs. He is going to have to appeal to the moderates. The moderates are going to look at something like Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Who wants to be on the wrong side of history?
Let me flip that over on you, though. What he has to do first is probably, as I talked to Mr. Work about, get through a primary. So if he says he's going to do this, that could hurt him with your words, Sharon Angle nut jobs.
Yeah, but I have a feeling after 2 years of nut jobs throughout the country, the Sharon Angle nut jobs won't have as much power come the next election.
In a Republican primary? Do you know what the Republican primary electorate is like, sir?
I know, but
she won that primary by a landslide.
Yeah, but you know what? She's also, I think, tarnished the brand of the Tea Party badly in this state. I think there'll be I'm not saying there's going to be liberal Republicans, but I am saying that that extreme of an angle is not going to work the next time.
All right, Derek Washington, appreciate your sharing your insights with us tonight on the program. Thanks for coming on.